What's going on, guys? Today is Friday. We got a good amount of packages to send out today, so we had a pretty good back half of this week. On my eBay, we have 23 things to send out. I also have one jersey on my other eBay that I'm going to show you guys that we sold. 2 Poshmark orders and 5 Mercari orders. Unfortunately, only really 4 Mercari orders. I'm kind of go over that a little bit. One was sold and not delisted properly, which is a little frustrating, but take you guys kind of through what we sold. So first thing that we sold is this Mike Ditka jersey. So this is autographed. Came from a box that I opened. Sold this for $85. So $85 plus shipping on that. That's on my sports card one. All my sports memorabilia, that kind of stuff is all lumped in together, but did sell that. We also had a Facebook Marketplace deal I did today. I sold this Lions Club. This is just like a little paperweight or something like that. I have it in the title, but it's a little brass Lions Club thing. I listed that last night because I'm just trying to get some things on my Facebook, keep that algorithm happy and moving. I put it last night and it sold. And this person was in a town in Massachusetts, a different state than me. Probably a good solid, I would say, hour and 15 minutes away from my house. But they happened to be in the, 2 towns below me picking something up, saw my thing and came and picked it up. So that was awesome to get that moving. 2 Poshmark sales. So first Poshmark sale is these Gujitsus. So these are miniature size guys, or opened figures actually. These guys are the normal size, never mind. There are minis of these. But these are the normal size guys. They didn't have a ton of value. Some of them are really good, some not so much. Did a lot. I think there's 8 in here, 8 of these in here. Sold for $30. So a little over $3 each. Nothing too crazy on it. I do have someone else. I have 2 other bags of these, and I have someone that's interested in on Poshmark. It's a lot of 4, and 8, and they want 4 separated. So at some point today, I have to get that taken care of. The other thing I sold was this G.I. Joe snowmobiler. Has a broken fin here, or broken ski, I guess I should call it. This sold for $12 plus shipping. So in pretty bad condition, obviously parts only. A lot of the G.I. Joe stuff I have is just parts. Sold for $12. Poshmark does well with toys. I think that a lot of women are shopping on Poshmark. They definitely gear for women. I've done very well with like baby toys, kids toys, stuff like that. G.I. Joe's collectibles, maybe not so much. But when it's just like your basic toys, it's been great for me. I use it a lot to get rid of my kids' stuff. So I do make a lot of sales on Poshmark, and a lot of toys are worth it. Super high collectibles, men's collectibles, I don't have as well of output. I also do a lot of men's clothing. I don't really do much in the women's clothing, so there's not really a whole lot of reason for women to be following my store. So that could also be a factor in it. But just from my experience, that's kind of where I'm at. Sold these 4 or 5 comic books, actually. So we got Marvel ARG. All these are pretty decent condition. Let's see. Planet of Vampires. This is the Grim Ghost, Sons of Dracula, and Dragman. So all those sold for $22 combined. I think I had them up for $30. One thing I was saying in my last video I hate about eBay is bundling is so difficult on eBay. Someone put these in their cart in Mercari or whatever they did. I've never bought off Mercari. But they sent me a bundle offer for $22. I accepted it instantly. It was done. Shipping isn't a problem. They have it done well. That's the one big thing about Mercari. I love Mercari for that aspect. I wish eBay was a little bit better at it because that is a little bit of a pain. Next thing that we sold was the banana splits. So this is one of the golden keys. This might be like the first issue that they were shown. I have a lot of first issues that were in this lot. This sold for $20.50. I had this up for $25. I want to say $28, maybe $30. Got it off for $22. I've said before, I want to average $3 a comic book. I'll make a couple $1,000s off this deal. So $22 I'm very happy with. I'm happy to see them moving. I know that there's going to be comic books, especially lots that aren't as well. I'm not going to make as much money, but I'm okay taking a little bit of a loss there. Next thing we sold was this Heroes Inc. comic book. So this is Marvel. Oh no, this isn't Marvel. Not sure what brand this is, but Heroes Inc. We have tons of these books, and it seems like for some reason they sell in lots, they sell individually, they sell kind of randomly all over the place. So I have a bunch of different lots. This is a lot of 2. It sold for $8.99. Not making much money on it, but it's getting me my $2 to $3 that I'm looking for per book. So, and that's the first sale that we've had of those, so extremely happy to see those move. All right, next thing that we have is just these little 2 shoulder pads. These are WWE Jax figures, probably from the 90s, I believe, to like replacement parts. So we sold these for $16.50. I had them up for, I think, $22. I had them up for a little while, sold, took the offer for $16.50. Happy with the offer, got them moving. And that's a part of that wrestling figure lot that I'm kind of unsure of how I did. The wrestling figures, I know I spent too much money on, but the rest of the stuff, not so much. But those are everything that I sold. I also did sell another action figure, another wrestling figure. I use Vendoo as a cross-listing service. I love Vendoo. I think that the program itself works perfectly for me. I list on eBay. I'm comfortable listing on eBay, but I can import and just put things where I want. I just have little custom templates, and I just change what I'm saying on my car is different than what I'm promoting on my eBay as far as descriptions and item information. So I just do a quick little thing for Poshmark and Mercari. They're the same. Just copy and paste, and it is super easy to cross-list. But I've been having some severe difficulties with their delisting. The whole reason why I did it was the auto delist. That's what made me sign up. I signed up for a year. I've been talking to them for a little while because I've been having issues where when I sell an item, it's not delisting. It's not delisting. They're telling me like, oh, if you take offers on Poshmark and Mercari, we're having issues. It just wasn't working for anything. It's kind of come in and out now. But for the last month, it's been really sporadic. And I had an issue. We opened up a ticket, and the person was really good. We worked really hard on it. But it got to the point where we just kind of ran ground and we couldn't get anything else done. So they said, well, hey, I'm going to open up a ticket. We're going to figure this out. It's great. I'm going to close this ticket. Don't worry. I'll contact you as soon as I get a resolution. It's been over a month now. Still no resolution. After a week, I messaged again, just saying like, hey, I haven't heard anything. What's going on? Have we figured anything out here? I had to open up a brand new ticket because it was closed, so it didn't go through. And we just did the same process again. They want me to send examples of what's not selling. They're asking me, do I Vendoo up? Do I using Chrome? Stuff that you kind of need for that program to work well. The previous time I had uninstalled and reinstalled the auto delist program. So I went through everything the first time. So I pretty much told him like, hey, this is everything I did, one straight shot. And he pretty much just had the script. He was just running through, asking me the same questions. So there was no skipping. Eventually I just stopped responding. I'll give him credit. They did respond a couple of times. That guy tried 4 or 5 times to be like, hey, haven't heard back from you before he closed out that second ticket. But I just gave up. I was frustrated. Didn't really want to deal with it. I have a year subscription. It ends in March. I had canceled it previously because I was using it for my sports cards, but kind of really into the fact that I could do it here as well on my eBay account for the other items. So I was thinking about renewing it, but I might go check out other options. We'll see. Still a couple months, still got 3 months, 4 months until my subscription's officially going to run out. We'll see if there's any improvements or how things are going over the next 4 months. But if not, I might go look for another service. So if you guys have any recommendations, anything that you guys like, let me know. Drop it down in the comments below. Definitely curious about that. Lastly, we got everything that we're selling on our eBay. So let me just get this up and running. I had it up, but my tablet turned off, went to sleep. So first thing that we sold, a lot of 4. This is Spawn. It's Valder versus Badrock. I guess it's a Spawn comic. Spawn's, yeah, some sort of Spawn comic. It's a lot of 4 of them. I think it's 1 through 4. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Nothing crazy, but once again at that about $2 to $3 mark that I'm looking for. It's a cool little bottle. So old school bottle. Has like the outer, what am I going to say? So this has like the lettering that kind of is raised. I know I've talked to a bottle guy. Actually had someone come pick up bottles from me before, and I had a ton of them at one point. They're looking for like the raised letters. So anytime I get like a decent collection of them in a storage unit, I'm going to reach out to that guy. I showed him this one. He wasn't super interested in it. It sold for $11.40. Very small, but kind of cool. Next thing we sold, another comic book. There's tons of comic books sold today. FemForce, there's 3 comics in here. I don't know if it's all sequential. Let's see, 30, 48, and 97. So not sequential all together, but this sold for $20. So all 3 of these, $20 plus shipping on those. So comic book they might want to look out for. Had a pretty good sale. Next one's a little odd. So we sold 3 comic books and an action figure. So we got Doctor Strange number 6 sold. Behind that, Conan the Barbarian, and then we ended it with the Phantom. So these 3 books sold, and the Conan sold separately. He paid separately for that, $4.74. I have to do some rebating. Then the other 2 comic books with this action figure sold for $34.98. The last thing that sold was this Schlitz what is this thing called? Dinosaur Dunkleotosis? I have no idea how to pronounce that. But mouth moves. I know Schlitz is a good brand, so when I found it in a storage unit, decided to list it. I think it was up for like 10, 11, 12 bucks. Got lotted in, so all those $34.98 plus the $4.74. So we're at like almost $40 on the 3 comic books and that one figure. Next thing that we sold, another person came and bought 4 comic books. So we got Spidey sold. This is another ARG. We got one more of these actually that I just found. Haven't listed that one yet. We got Combat Kelly, and the last thing that we sold was this Daredevil. So all 4 of those books sold for $37.97. Pretty good sales there, almost $10 a book. I'm very happy to see those ones moving yet again. Up next, golf club. So I don't know why I'm selling golf clubs. It's cold. Right now, I think it's 28 degrees outside the last time I checked. When I woke up and drove my kids to school today, it was 12 degrees. So to me, a little cold. I haven't gone golfing yet for December. My goal is to go 2 or 3 times because I do have an annual membership and my course is open year round. But I can't imagine golfing right now. But this sold the F Max Cobra driver 10 and a 10.5 head degree head here. That sold for $75. The person sent me an offer for $70 before I even saw it. They just bought it at the $75. I would have taken the $70. So I got, I guess, $5 more. I was actually taking a nap. I had a new schedule with my daughter. So 4 of the 5 days each week, she's home early with me at some point, either for dance or, working on some speech and physical therapy stuff for her. So a lot of time spent with Dad. This just started this week, so it kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. I've been working super late, probably till like midnight each night because big portion of my day I drop her off typically at like 7:30 in the morning. And now I've been picking her up from her school facility at 11:30, bringing her for an appointment at 12:30. We're leaving back home. It's right down the street from us. But I probably don't get her down for a nap until about like 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then I get 2 more hours till I have to go pick up my son. So been a little bit chaotic for me as far as being a full-time reseller and getting through everything. But definitely learning it. But made $5 off a nap, so I'll take that. Next thing we sold, $65. We sold all these Bone comic books. So it's 2 different versions. There's Bone, and this kind of looks like a cool comic book. I like the art on this. Know nothing about it, but Bone, this is from Image Comics. There was 18 of these in this lot. And then Bone, this is cartoon books. So it looks like a different thing. Same artist, same characters, but that was a lot of 20. So almost 40 books, 38 books, $65. They're almost tough to tell because there was a lot of like low sales, but there wasn't much like data on sales. Nothing really stood out to me. So to get them moving, I kind of just put it in a big lot and kind of put a little bit lower of a price. It sold instantly though, so I definitely think I was way too low. Someone came and scooped them up. So hopefully a good deal for them. I'm still making some money moving these books. I'm well into the profit. Happy to see it happening. Jacqueline WWE action figure sold for $6.99. These I really want to get lotted up. I have the shipping on it, I think $5 or $5.50, depending on the figure's weight. She's wicked light, probably $5. No, $5.50. So I rechanged it because even a 4-ounce rate, if it's going to like California for me, it would be over $5. So after fees, everything like that, there is a box. The box is like, I don't know, less than 20 cents, we'll say, packing supplies. But I'm losing money on a lot of these. Well, not losing money. But I'm not making a ton of money on these. They're easy to pack, easy to ship. But I have been lucky with people doing a lot of lots, and that's where I'm hoping to sell them, but not all have come that way. Hot Rod, I had this up for $6.99. Someone sent me an offer for $5, took it. These ones I am making a little bit off my shipping. I do a 4-ounce rate. They're usually shipping in that 8 to 10 ounces after some cardboard and going into an envelope. But in my bigger ones, I put in a 12 by 9 by 3 box. If it's anything like $15 or more, I'm putting in a box. I think that's a little probably outrageous for comic book people. It seems like I'm getting a lot of good comments on my shipping with them. But the box comes from Zorro. Zorro.com is a place where I get a lot of my boxes from. And they've had those 9 by 12 by 3. I think it's like that. Maybe 9 by... Yeah, I think it's 12 by 9 by 3. I think that's the size of the box. They've been having those things on sale, and you also get like a 20 or 30% off coupon. So I've been getting them for like, I want to say like 12 cents a box. So I've been stocking up on them because of the comic books, and it's just a better presentation. It's a newer eBay store. I've kind of gotten out of the point where I'm nervous about like negative feedback. My first store has almost 2,000 feedback, I want to say, maybe even more, maybe like 3,000, 4,000, I don't know. Crazy amounts of feedback. I'm not worried about feedback. I get a negative one. It happens. I know I can usually explain what happened because I am doing things right. There are going to be issues sometimes. Obviously, sometimes the feedback just isn't really warranted. But I'm okay with that. This one, I definitely don't want to get the bad feedback. I'm kind of getting to that stage where one isn't going to kill me, but definitely want to make sure I keep that stuff up and running. This is a backgammon set, so just a small fake leather, the fox leather case, and then probably shouldn't have done this. This wasn't the smartest idea, but I thought it was just super clean. Kind of has a nice look to it, but everything in there. Luckily, I did not throw everything away on the ground, but put this back together because we are doing very unintelligent things. There we go. We are back and complete. Close that back up and it's like it never happened. So that sold for $9.49. That must have been an offer that I sent out. $9.49. Maybe I put it up for $9.50 and put a penny less. I don't know. A weird kind of pricing for me. Not something I typically would do. These are 6 The Incredible Hulk. So this is like a little pre-log, and then it has Hulk Frontline 1 through 6. It's like a little mini series. $11.39. I must have sent a 5% offer on this, and someone took that based off the price. These two have been riding around in my truck glove box for, I want to say, close to a year now. I think I got these in the super early part of the yard sale season this year. So we got Lucy and we got Chuck here. He is complete. A little bit of damage to his tree here. Not in the best condition. And Lucy's missing one of the little things that's supposed to be right here. But, or no, this isn't Lucy. This is Sally. Sally and Chuck. But they've been in my glove box for about the whole summer, riding around. Somehow they did not get broken. Chuck sold for $11.99 and Sally sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Someone came in and bought both of them. So I'll rebate the shipping on that. They'll probably get the full shipping on one on the back just because it's not going to cost me that much. Sold 4 DVDs. So this is something I used to do on my old eBay. I haven't done it on this one, or I have, but very poorly. But we sold 4 DVDs. So we got 16 Blocks, The Green Mile, Hollow Man, and Transporter 1 and 2 sealed. So I usually put them up for like $1.50 or $1 for new ones. I think $1 for a DVD, $2 if it's sealed, and maybe $3 if it's a Blu-ray. And I've done a variation listing with that and had pretty good success. People have kind of followed it, and I was able to move DVDs that way. It's time consuming. It's really not worth it. But when I was like things where, I had time and didn't have things to list, it was worth my time to kind of get the extra money. But I haven't had the time. It hasn't been worth it. So I think I have like maybe 40 DVDs on there. So I sold 2 DVDs so far, 2 singular DVDs before. I do charge $5.50 to ship. Everything else is free. So I really entice you to buy more than one. But I had 2 people buy just one, and then this person came in and bought 4. So happy to get the 4. Eventually I'll add to it probably. I also am thinking about doing Whatnot, and really that would be the best place to sell some DVDs. Put big lots together, 50 cents a DVD, build them up. I want them out. I have so many DVDs in this house. I need to get rid of them. Got a little Gorham nativity set here. So this ended up selling for $49.99. These accent pieces are gold, 24 karat gold. So a little bit nicer of a set. One of the crowns on, I think it's the, I don't know who they are, it's supposed to be, but one of the people is missing, the crown falls off. So took a picture of the crown off, put in the description that it needs to be glued back on, and got it up. I just listed that probably like a week ago, got it up, and it is gone for the Christmas season. I think I've been saying this, I think I've got rid of all my Christmas stuff. I'm down to, I think, 2 houses, like a bridge, a couple of pieces, but nothing too much. I do have ornaments. Some I haven't even listed yet, so most likely that won't get listed and will be a problem for next year. And I don't mind storing the ornaments, especially if I'm thinking about 2026, making a goal of doing whatnot. If I can get that going, ornaments will be perfect for next year, so I'm not super worried about that. This is an awesome lot. 4 comic books, all sold for $82.97. So you got Snagglepuss from the Golden Key. All these are going to be like the old school Golden Key, and this one, Charlton Bugaloos. We got Mod Wheels, and then we got Pauline Peril, the close shaves of Pauline Peril, I guess. So this one's in an awesome condition. There was one listed for like $60 that was in like really good condition. I put mine up for $30. I'm happy to see these things moving. Someone came in, took advantage of the good condition, got $82.97 for all those. So good deal for them. I'm happy to see it moving. This, I parted out, and I kind of wish I didn't. So this was a jail cell that I got. It's a G.I. Joe jail cell, so it's supposed to have the walls up here. A bunch of different things are supposed to go on the inside. But I pieced all these things out. I've sell these things very, very slowly. Problem is, this is way too big. This is one section. There's 2 more sections that go on either side here. Getting this in a box and shipping it out at a reasonable price was not going to be worth it. So really parting it out was the only option. But it's just so slow moving. Mine's a little bit discolored, not the best condition. I'm sure someone that wants to put some time into it can really rehab it, get it back up and running. But not really worth it. Another thing that I like to sell, and I know some people don't, and they not really big fans of it, but Willow Tree sells for me. I've never really run into a Willow Tree figure that I haven't been able to move. Now, it sells for me at $1. This came in a storage unit, so I have nothing into it, but this looks a little bit discolored. I mean, on the back, this is supposed to be different colors, but there is like, down here, there's a little bit of discoloration, and it looks like a little faded on her knee or shin or whatever this is right here. So not even in the best condition. This sold for $14.99. Took a little while to move. Wasn't a fast seller. Willow Tree never really is super fast for me. The Nativity set does very well. I haven't had one of those in a while, so I don't know how well it's still doing. But I've had really good success with that. Happy to see another Willow Tree figure go. I think I have 2 left. They move slow, but they move. So if it's for $1 or so, I'll pick them up. Unless it's like the Nativity set, I'll take a look at it. This is a Callaway titanium injection. I'm not even 100% sure what the set this is supposed to be, but it's a Callaway pitching wedge. Sold that for $12.99. This came in my storage unit where the person wanted his stuff back and ended up stealing $200 worth of clothing from me, which is fine. I've talked about that previously, but I do have 2 drone. Just dropped the club. Got like 6 clubs. The clubs were really nothing. I'm hoping to make like $10 on each one, so it's about $60. I'm only in the unit for $70, and I did get 2 drones, so can't complain. Obviously, they're in worse shape than I am, and it is what it is. But a little frustrated over that whole situation still, even after like a month. Sold this He-Man figure. So this is Zodiac. Sold for $8. He is super loose. His legs do not need new elastics. His arms are in good condition, but the legs are a little wobbly here, and he does have his gun. But sold that for $8. Had it up for $9.99. Someone sent me off for $8, and we moved it for $8. Next, we have the 2 Nasty Boys. So these are, what year was this made? 1994. 1994 WCW figures. They have some decent paint loss on them. All these figures were in kind of rough condition. Put this up for $12.99. It sold pretty quickly at $12.99. So maybe could have gotten a little bit more for it, but well, as I said with my wrestling guys, happy to see them moving. So the last thing we had was these Burton pants. Sold these for $28 plus shipping. Had them up for, I think, like $32, maybe $35. Someone sent me off for $28. We're in the winter season. I need to get rid of winter clothes, so I moved that for $28. Came from a storage unit. I got 2 Burton jackets and those Burton snow pants. Sold one of the jackets and the snow pants and made a pretty amount of money on that. So happy with that. Anytime I'm making money off the closing is great for me. But that's everything that I sold. Getting kind of late in the afternoon. Tried to come out a little bit later as hopefully it would warm up a little bit. So I guess 28 degrees is a lot better than 12. But do this packing, get that going. Go to the post office, and then I'm going to go pick up my kids. But that's really all I got for you guys today. If you can drop a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff greatly helps me out. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.